this length. Because yes, I do work full time. I work a desk job. I'm a buyer for a company, so I'm constantly typing all day long. I always have black nail polish on. It's just my thing. It used to be red years ago. I only wore dark red nail polish. Now I only wear black. I only wear the cheap shit. Dollar Tree. My microphone is down here. I also don't ever take my nail polish off. So I don't know how much you want to take my advice. So, I'm shaky. I just fill the spots in. And then, if they get really bad, then I just do a full coat over top. Apparently I can't talk and paint my nails at the same time because I'm painting my fingers a little bit as well. So, in terms of keeping the length, there's a few factors there. Because when I was in public school, most of high school, a bit into college, I started getting acrylics now and then. But prior to that, I had knuckle nails. Like, I was constantly chewing them to the point that my nail beds were bleeding all the time. And, like, they were always swollen, always bloody mess. It was gross. And then I just looked up different ways to help you grow your nails out. And a lot of that was moisture, like moisturizing, and vitamins, ensuring that you're getting the right amount of water in you every day. A few factors, but so gradually I started trying different things, and then it finally just stuck, and I've been having my nails like this, in this shape, for years now. Like, I'd say at least 10 years. Every now and then I have to chop them all off, because like if I break them too badly, like beyond quick repair, then I have to cut them all down to wood and start fresh. But I try to do that as little as possible, so I've got different ways to prevent that, and different ways to help rebuild the nails if it's just like a small crack. So, in terms of from the body within, what you can do to keep your nails long and strong: drink your fucking water. make sure you are staying hydrated. And I don't mean coffee counts as water, I mean drink your water. Also, biotin. This may be a bit of bullshit, because I don't know how long biotin has been around, but whether it's just coincidence or not, it seems to help me. I get mine from Costco. You want to screenshot that? Take it as directed. For this one in particular, one soft gel daily. Lately, I've been taking 2 per day, but I've also been taking it for quite a while. You should, with all vitamins and minerals, you should kind of cycle off for a little bit after a while, to kind of shock your system and then go back onto it. I don't know if you should do that, I'm not a doctor, but that would be my suggestion, because after a certain amount of time your body just gets used to it and it's not as effective. So but again, talk to your fucking doctor. So those are the 2 main things. Then this is just a cuticle oil pen. From Dollar Tree. $1.25 or $1.75 for this. They come in a bunch of different scents. This is by Be Pure. This one's lavender. I also have a honey scented one. Chamomile, like, they come in different spa scents. And it's just a brush tip. There you go. And you just swipe a few times. I usually let that sit and simmer for a minute on all of my cuticles before kind of rubbing it in. You know what I mean? Do that daily, do that a couple times a week. It really, the more that your nail beds are moisturized, like, the healthier that they're gonna be for the nails, your cuticles, like the whole area. So, when I said, you know what I mean? Another key point in keeping the length and the strength and integrity of the nail is make sure that you have a glass nail file. A metal would work as well, but just make sure that it's a material that is stronger than your nail. Because if your nail is stronger, the nail file is just going to flimsy bend around, and you're going to get more. It's not going to be as it's not going to be as straight of files, and it's just going to mess it up. I can't figure out the way to get it out of my head right now, but make sure that you have a nail file that is stronger than your nails. And when you're filing, I suggest file once or twice a week. Just a little, just a tiny bit. Always make sure you're going in the same direction with it. I typically, because mine are 0.2 pointed, I will typically go to the direction of the point, if that makes sense. So if I'm filing this side, I'm going to try to file down that way. If I'm filing that side, same thing. And after a bit of filing in those two directions, the point will come out a little bit better. When you're seesawing, like going back and forth like that, you're just kind of ripping up the kind of grow lines of the nail. Like, it wants to shoot straight forward, you're jagging it back. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Just make sure you're filing in the same direction. And only file a little, like a tiny little bit. You don't have to reconstructure, or you don't have to restructure the whole nail every time that you file them. I don't know why I've been leaning down this whole time. Just think of it like trimming your hair as opposed to like a full-on haircut. Just a tiny bit every couple days. And that's gonna help keep the strength and the structure of the nail. I just do 3 at a time per side because I'm autistic and I have a thing about numbers. Don't go there. So, another couple of items that I make sure to always have on me: my gym bag, my purse, my car, the house. There you go. Dollar Tree. So, Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Yeah. Go to Dollar Tree for this stuff. Don't waste your money on crazy products if you don't have to. This nail glue, I actually need it right now because I don't know if you can see it. See that crack? So, I gotta do some work. Pro tip: if you're like me and you struggle to open any packaging whatsoever, if you just squeeze it, you'll see it'll crack open the bottom. Sorry. strength when there's a bad crack. You can either rip off or cut a tiny little square of toilet paper, or even better, dissect a tea bag, yeah, because it's woven, and just cut a little piece of that, just enough to cover the immediate area, and then layer that with the nail glue. Like, put a thin layer of nail glue down, lay that over top, make sure that it's pat down smooth, and then do a thin layer of the nail glue over top of that, and it'll act like a cast. So that'll, not to flip you off, but that's what is holding my middle finger and nail together. Because, like I said, I have a full-time job and it's a desk job. I'm constantly typing. I also go to the gym and to lift, and I put my nails through hell. Also, if you have to glue the top, don't forget to glue the bottom. And you don't want to put too much on at once, just like with polish. It takes longer to dry, and it doesn't give it the same strength. I keep this in my car console year round. Stuff like this I try to keep in my purse instead of in my car, just because I'm in Canada. It's either gonna burn or it's gonna freeze. This is kind of like a quick, oh, what the hell, kit. These are also, sorry. This case was from Dollar Tree. This right here, you're not gonna be able to see it, it's not gonna focus, but this is a one-time use washcloth. You just get it wet and it expands. Then I've got some of these. For if you're out and you have to shave your mustache. These things happen. I've also got always have at least one pair of tweezers on me, because they're useful for many things, but nails as well, because in the corners, mostly in the corners or in the cuticles, the little piece of skin that tears and it starts to rip upwards, like up to the knuckle. Just grab some tweezers and rip it off from the, like, that way. It'll cut it, like, right there, instead of ripping a huge chunk out. Get one of these as well. I use that end to clean up the cuticles. Well, the whole thing is for the cuticles, but it's a useful tool for a lot of things. And then I've got another just this cute one. I don't overly suggest these. I say that, but let me double check, because I don't think that these ones are very strong. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, these ones, they're not that strong. So, I don't suggest these for like maintenance, like regular maintenance. But if you're out, it is a pretty convenient little tool in a pinch. So yeah, that's about it. And then just, moisturizing your hands often, especially in the winter. And I try to, keep my hands warm in the winter as well, as much as I can, because I feel like when your nails get longer, when they're cold, they break a lot easier. So yeah, basically, like, I don't know, a lot of people ask, isn't it hard to do this? Isn't it hard to do that? Well, yeah, it's not easy, but these also don't just grow overnight. Like, I have a few months at least to gradually get used to, like the loss of what you can touch. I hope this all makes sense, and I hope it helps you. Also, in case you didn't know, you can paint underneath as well.